Hello there. I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and I'm the organizer of this campaign, Escape the 9 to 5 Grind. Today is the final event of a 13 event series, so I'm going to be bringing everything together that I've covered during the other 12 events. This campaign will be continuous, but there will be a pause, and will be informing you of the next event series soon. Okay, so just a little recap. I'm Lyndon Thorpe. This campaign has come out of my story. 2 years ago, I retired from full-time public work. And after a period of burnout and exhaustion, after working for many, many years for other people, I woke up and realized that I had truly neglected myself and that it was now my time. And I really began to think about what I wanted to do. And one of the things I wanted to do was to make a lot of money. And so I wanted to escape the 9 to 5 grind conditions, which are largely hourly paid paychecks, working for somebody else, and I wanted to recognize all my potential and realize it by getting the kind of earnings that I feel I need and I desire and I'm worth. So it was quite an awakening. And out of that came this campaign, which is designed to help other people do the same thing. Okay, so this presentation is called Mastery Leads Down the Freedom Road, leads you down the freedom road. Integrate to dazzle. Okay, so the culmination of all the previous events brings us to this point where you can now take advantage of the financial mastery, the financial facts, when I hand you over to my partner, Michael Cheney, who's a multimillionaire, and I am his apprentice, and he will take you through the final stage, which is to watch the free 5-video series called the Anti-9 to 5 Income Plan. Okay, I'll talk about that a little more in a moment. So, as in previous events, it's a really good idea to think about the topic by finding the answers to some reflective questions. So I've put these together for you here. If you've attended all the events or watched the replays, then maybe there are things that you've learned from this series of events. And maybe you've noticed some changes in your own mindset or in the way you feel about your life. I've asked lots of very probing questions about your happiness, about your satisfaction, your creativity, and so on. So have you noticed any changes in your mindset? And finally, are you truly happy and satisfied with your money earning pursuits? Now, recent polls tell us that 85% of the people surveyed are not happy at all with their 9 to 5 job. They do it because they need the money. They do it to finance their families or other commitments that they have, but really they hate it. And so Monday morning traditionally is a very depressing day for most people because they know they've got to work 40 hours or whatever it is during the next days. And then they get a brief respite over the weekend. Now that's been the pattern of traditional work for some many, many years now. We could even say it's something like 150 years because the way workplaces are organized and the way work is organized, traditional work, is very much based on the British Empire, believe it or not. Yes, Queen Victoria had this huge empire to administrate. So she trained and employed thousands of bureaucrats who sat at their desks, who ran their lives like clockwork to serve the empire. So, really, that model of going to the company, commuting maybe, staying in your desk from 9 till 5, and then commuting back home, and then getting up the next morning and doing the same thing again, comes from that traditional model. So it's time to change, and things are changing because we are in the middle of a digital revolution. Yeah, we had the information revolution, and now we're moving on to um, more digital way of life. We have AI emerging. We have everything is run from computers. Digital skills are really important if you want to get a good job, etc., etc. So we're really in a very different era now. But before we go more deeply into those questions again throughout my talk, let's just have a look at the event series. Now, you may not have seen all of these, but I think it's important to see the progression, because this is how I see the campaign going. First of all, you have to start with breaking the 95 chains, which means overcoming fear, loss of security, which is very scary for many, many people. Event 2 was about realizing that if you want to enter into a new kind of life where you have abundance and you attract lots of wealth, then you have to start with gratitude. Now, that may sound very strange. If you saw this event, if you were present, then you will know what this is about. But yes, you can't attract more than you have without being grateful for what you've got. Now, it sounds very simple, but it's absolutely true. The law of the universe, one of the main laws of the universe, is like attracts like. And so if you are ungrateful or even completely oblivious to what you already have, which probably is a warm bed, good food, a roof over your head, all the basic requirements for humanity to survive. If you're not grateful for that, then you're not going to attract great wealth and great fortune and good health and so on. We start from a place of gratitude, and gratitude actually is true happiness. Event 3 was, your uniqueness. Every human being is unique. Even identical twins are not identical. So each human being has unique DNA, unique skills, tendencies, proclivities, our lineage, our ancestors. Maybe we are inheriting some of those from our line. And this is very marketable. This is what I've done. I'm now in my second year of my own businesses, and I've used my own unique perspective to create these businesses. Event 4 was about goal setting, but not just objective reaching, working hard to reach an objective and then, feeling pleased with yourself for doing that. It's about inner objectives or goals. And so in that event, I brought together Eastern and Western ways of goal setting. And I live in the East, and I very much believe that mindfulness and meditation and so on are tremendously important when you set goals. They are inside. External goals are much more logical and visible and so on. Internal goals are invisible and much more difficult to connect with. Event 5 was about your values and your value as a human being. Are you really worth an hourly rate and a paycheck? And is this the right price for your passions and purpose. People kid themselves that they are putting their all into their 9 to 5 job and they're satisfied. They trick themselves. The mind can trick you. But really, is all that effort and energy, all that passion, purpose, is it really worth an hourly rate? No, you are worth much, much more than that. Event 6 was about your digital presence, your digital ID, absolutely vital now as we move into a really high point of the digital era, where digital skills are the main requirement for any job or even any money earning activities. We can't survive without the internet now, especially after COVID. So it's really important to establish your online presence and make a strong presence. Event 7 was about monetizing your uniqueness. So this related to event 3. As a mentor, I help people identify their passions and their uniqueness, and then we can work on that to create a monetized version of that. In other words, a niche of some kind, and you'll have a niche market which you'll spend your time attracting, and eventually you will use or recommend products to that niche market. So monetizing your uniqueness. Event 8 was about your creativity and making a sustainable creation schedule. That includes and entails visualization, mindfulness. To do it well, you have to appreciate that every thought you have can be manifested in your life. So if you're thinking, I want to be wealthy, I want to have this kind of car or this kind of property, I want to travel, all of these things, if you really visualize them strongly and feel the emotion that having those things provokes or evokes, then they will come true eventually. All of this is within our control. We are the supreme rulers of our minds, and we can use our amazing minds to create our future and change our future. Event 9 was about the importance of a supportive network or community if you are forging a new life, an ideal life. It's very difficult to do that alone. You need support. And so more and more online, there are lots of digital communities. I belong to 3 at least. And without them, I couldn't have done what I have done, which is to start my own endeavors as an entrepreneur on the internet after retiring from a lifetime of paid work for somebody else. So really important to have a supportive community or network. Event 10 was about building your resilience, because when you are building or founding a new business, a new idea, then there are obstacles. You will find obstacles. And your resilience is important because you have to overcome them, overturn them, so that you can keep moving forward and bring your dreams into reality. Event 11 was about health, and health is wealth. So on this journey of breaking loose from your 9 to 5 chains and developing a remunerative business online, you need to be healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. So I talked a lot about that in event 11. Event 12 last week was about how to live your ideal life. We all have an ideal, and it's very likely that you're not living your ideal life. Most of the people I speak to tell me they are not. that they would like in the future to do this, to live like this in a certain way. And all of that usually involves money. So to live your ideal life, to stop working, to live in the place you want to live, to have all the things you want to have, you need money. Okay, so that's a reality. So today, event 13, the last one in this real continuum of mindset changes, is called Mastery Leads You Down the Freedom Road. Okay. Now, all of these events have been recorded. And so if you go to YouTube, my channel on YouTube, which we will direct you to in the follow-up emails, then you can find all of the recordings for these events and all of the presentations and so on and discussions. So please go and check them out if you missed some or you didn't see any of them. You can find them on YouTube on my channel. Okay, so this really is a pictorial summary of these events. And you can see we've got escaping the 9 to 5 grind, gratitude is that true happiness. Event 3 was your uniqueness and how you can use that to make money. Event 4 was goal setting. Not just external goals, but internal goals. Event 5 was an hourly rate, a paycheck. Is that really what you're worth? So that's about your value. Event 6 was about your digital ID and not getting left behind, because everybody needs a digital ID. Event 7 was called Name Your Price for your knack, your know-how, and your razzmatazz. So this is about your uniqueness, but also how you value that and what kind of value you intend to get for it when you start this new pathway to wealth and your ideal life. Event 8 was about you as a unique being. And I took you into my past to a time when I worked with some Australian Aboriginals, and I was helping them move back to traditional life because they'd been living in a settlement. They were very unhappy living in a white fella way. They wanted to get back to nature and live in close to nature. So I had the privilege of helping them to walk back into their traditional lands in the very centre of Australia called Arnhem Land. And during that time, I learned so much. One of the leaders of the group of Aboriginals, one day I asked her, how do you see life, human life, plant life, animal life? How do you view it? How do you see it? And she said, oh, every species is a stitch in the vast tapestry of all life. This was an extraordinary notion for me, and I have to say it really changed my life. Yes, we are all part of this vast tapestry of life on Earth. And each stitch is different texture, different size, maybe faded, maybe even missing. So this idea for me made so much sense, and I spent my life from that point onward making sure my stitch was in good condition so that it would shine in the whole tapestry. And this is what we all need to do. We need to condition or to improve our stitch so that we can join with others to make the whole tapestry work. And Ninija, my traditional leader, actually said, yeah, life will never be happy on earth until every stitch is in good condition. The whole tapestry is complete. Very extraordinary, deep stuff. Anyway, I introduced that in event 8. Event 9 was Who Can You Trust when Scams Are Rife? But this was about the network, the community that will support you during your journey into wealth and internet entrepreneurship. And this was really based on the idea that we're all connected, really. Spiritually, we're all connected. All human beings are connected, but we have egos, and the egos get in the way and cause conflict, war, unfairness, you name it. And most people you speak to these days think the world is really a terrible place at the moment. There is so much conflict. So, yeah, it's really important to find a community, digital community of like-minded people. And I have done this during the last year, and I've never been happier. I feel totally supported by all my members in the digital communities I'm part of. And I get so much help from everybody, and of course from trainers and coaches and mentors and so on. So it's really important to find a community. Event 10 was Health is Wealth. As I mentioned before, yes, your spine. Here we've got the human spine. This is the center of you, your core. And if your spine isn't in good condition, then the rest of your body will not be in such good condition either. So, as a mindfulness educator, I talked quite a lot in that event about the mindful approach to health and alternative health and so on. Event 11 last week was all about, the week before was all about, sorry, event 10 actually was about the stream wins hands down against the rock. So this is about flowing and your ability to flow over obstacles and keep going, keep surging forward. Event 11 was Health is Wealth. And we can see very healthy communities there. Event 12 was about your ideal life, living your ideal life. And so this is these images will hopefully evoke some feelings. It's true that images are much more powerful than words in many ways. Okay, and yeah, I put together all the flyers that we produced. My assistant, Natasha, designed all these, and you can see each one has a nice flavor, and you can see the actual titles here as well. So this was a really nice collection of all the event flyers. So today then is Mastery Leads You Down the Freedom Road. And this event was also offered on the 9th of October, as well as today, because I've run 2 series. And this one is dedicated to East Coast people. So it's probably 7 o'clock in the morning with you, maybe 8 now because of the daylight saving changes. And so I'm managing to go through these events twice, which has been very good for me to do. Now, let me introduce you to my mentor, Michael Cheney, who's a multimillionaire. I am his apprentice. That is really what has started my campaign. And I just wanted to share a little bit about him. He is a remarkable man. 25 years ago, he gave up his traditional 9-to-5 job because he hated it so much and he could not see any point or future in it. And he wanted to be happy in his life. He had a vision of his ideal life. So he quit and he went to his computer and he was determined to make a good living from the internet. And that is what he's done. He's a master marketer, well known in the marketing circle. He's a multimillionaire. And I'm thrilled to say that now he's handing over his legacy of making all this money through his own efforts, entirely his own efforts. He's handing that over to people like me. And I'm trying to hand it over to people like you to give you a bright future. There is a bright future for every single person on the planet. And the internet is our future now. COVID, that is not the end of all these pandemics. I live in Japan, and at the moment we've got big problems with pneumonia, a bacterial pneumonia, which is spreading around. So we're all using masks again and getting vaccinated and so on. So believe me, these pandemics are not over. The population of the world, it means that so many areas are overcrowded, and so disease spreads. If we have another pandemic, we'll retreat again to the internet as we did during the last pandemic. It will be our refuge, it will be our hub. So I certainly believe that the internet is my future. And that helps me every day to keep going, building my businesses and attracting traffic, like-minded people to my ideas and my offers so that I can make a living from them. Okay. So yeah, Michael is relentless. He's truly unstoppable. He works with me every single day on Millionaire's Apprentice School. This is one of my communities. He inspires me all the time with posts and he comments on my posts. He is mainly training us via videos, but we do have some live sessions too. And he appears live most weeks. He was live last night, for example. And he's really a very enlightened person. He drinks green tea, he meditates, he doesn't have a Ferrari, he doesn't have 6 residences scattered all over the world. He lives in Scotland in a very humble way. And he's interested in much more than money, I can tell you. And one of the things about Michael is he is positive all the time, tremendously positive. So he has the energy to inspire his apprentices. There are many of us now, and we're all working every day to improve our marketing skills and to get the right attraction for our like-minded audience or target, our avatar, as marketers call them. So we're very busy every day building our own businesses. And he, meanwhile, mentors us, encourages us, and he also allows us to represent his products. So he's made many, many digital products that are capable of making great amounts of money, and we can represent those as affiliate marketers. So that's what I do in some of my company's business. I'm an affiliate marketer, and I make a commission if I can get people to buy Michael's products. So that's a little bit about my mentor. Now, one of the ways he sees wealth attraction is in this way, with 5 steps. First of all, shift your mindset. So if you remember nothing else from this event, please try and remember these 5 steps. Shift your mindset. So by doing that, you've got to change from a mindset of scarcity, where you don't think there's enough, not enough money, not enough food, not enough time, to an abundance mindset, where there is plenty of everything that you need. The universe is an abundant universe. We are damaging it with our very stupid, obsessive behavior. But in fact, if it was left to run itself in a natural way, it would provide everything we need. Yeah. So, abundance is the mindset you need if you get onto this millionaire track. Secondly, visualize success. Yes, as I mentioned, visualization is one of the keys. You see, you feel, and you attract the wealth that will enable you to lead your ideal life. And also, as in my case, to help others lead their ideal life. So I'm putting all my energy into this campaign and my time so that I can lead you to become mentored like I am. Point three, give generously. Yeah, now this is maybe strange to many of you, but if you give, the universe will give back to you. What you give multiplies. Now, this is just not some harebrained idea. This is rooted in universal laws. This has always been the case. The ancients knew all about this. We have forgotten, but Michael Chaney certainly hasn't, and neither have I. So I know that if I give generously, then I'm going to get, I'm going to receive. To give is to receive. 4, detach from money. Yeah, let go of controlling it, and then you'll be able to watch it flow into your life. I've been earning passive income every single week for the last 7 months from Michael Chaney. And it's starting to flow and accumulate and increase. Yeah, I've detached from it. Remember that money is not the banknotes and the coins and the investments and so on. It's energy. Money is energy, pure energy. Precious stones, treasure, all of this is energy. And so if you detach from the emotional aspects of money and you let go of it, let go of controlling it, then I promise you it will start to flow into your life. Maybe slowly at first, but it will build up and build up and build up. So detaching is important. And then finally, yes, as I mentioned earlier, gratitude is one of the main keys. So appreciate what you have, and that will invite more. Yeah, gratitude is the key to true happiness. Now, looking back at those reflective questions I asked at the beginning of this short presentation, let's just go back and look at them. What have you learned? Have you noticed any changes in your mindset or the way you feel about your life? Are you truly happy? Are you truly happy and satisfied with your money earning pursuits? I've given you lots of ideas during this event series about how you can create an alternative future for yourself. So please continue to think about these questions, and I hope we can get a chance to discuss them. So now these 5 steps to attract wealth are important. Shift your mindset, abundance, visualize success, see, feel, and attract wealth. Give generously, which will multiply and give returns to you. Detach emotionally from money. It's purely energy. Stop controlling it and watch it flow. And then summon up gratitude every single day for what you have. And compare yourself with people who live in the gutter in India or are, committing violent crimes to get drugs because they're so addicted. There are so many people suffering in the world. And if you're watching this, I think your suffering is rather different. I'm not saying you're not suffering. Everybody has pain and fear in human life. But compared with other people in the world, if you're watching this presentation now, you have lots. So it's important to be grateful for that. Gratitude is one of the keys to success. Okay, now, if you believe in this pathway, then you can get free training from Michael Chaney. I did this training. I'm handing it over to you. It's free. There are no strings. It's a 5-video series of training. If you go to my website, you can sign up to do this. There are 5 videos, and you can see the topics here. They are really, mainly covering the topics I've covered, but Michael Chaney is the master. I'm the apprentice, and he is able to show you exactly how to um, control the financial side of things. So it's called the anti-9 to 5 income plan. So you can watch those videos right now if you go to the next page. Now, here I am with Michael Chaney. He is my partner, really. We run a website, and you can easily find this website address in the startup booklet, startup guide, flip book, which you will get as a follow-up in the mail after you've attended or registered for this event. Everything is in there that you need, and you can click on links so you can actually sign up to do this video training. And then if you succeed and if you like what you're doing, then Michael Chaney may invite you to become his partner and to become an apprentice. Now, I say he may. Yes, he may, but he may not. You have to have the right mindset. And so you will see in a moment, I've offered many types of training during these events to help change your mindset. And if you do this training, the anti-9 to 5 income plan, 5 videos, 20 minutes each, by the end of that, you may be ready. And there are several places coming up at school, at the Millionaire's Apprentice School. So it may be possible for you to become an apprentice. So my advice is sign up as quickly as you can. Just need your name and your email address to access this. We'll put you on our mailing list. We'll let you have more offers and products and many other things, updates and so on, in your directly to your inbox. And you can start your new life. So yeah, here is all the training I've developed to help you change your mindset. You can make your own website in 6 steps. I mentor this and guide you, and I have a perfect platform where you can click a button and your website will be built once we've designed it and got your unique passion and your niche really concretized. I offer workshops too, transformation workshops, twice a week. You may prefer to join a small group to make your transformation instead of attending an event. So those are on offer. Here's the sign up for the video training. Here is my coaching card. You can work with me one-to-one if you would like help. The fee will be negotiated. I can teach you how to take the next steps and mentor you, support you as you set out on your new pathway. I've also created a live e-workbook. This is excellent for drilling down into each event. If you've missed the events, I really recommend this because it provides many things to help you go deeper into each of the themes. And there are self-reflection pages, there are videos, it's multimedia, videos, images, text to read. So it suits every kind of learner. And importantly, most importantly, perhaps, this is a living document. So I am adding things to it all the time. Videos, texts, things that I write, and so on are added to this. So it's growing all the time. It's a living book, and you pay $9.95 and you get this lifetime license, and you'll get regular changes to these topics. And then if you don't know what to do next, if you're overawed or overwhelmed by what to do, then you can book a free 30-minute Zoom session with me. And again, you can find my Calendly link in the startup guide, which will be in your follow-up email. So what's next? Yeah, well, you may be confused, you may be thrilled. You can see my group of fans here are looking very interested. They're saying, what can I do next? How can I choose what to do next? Well, as I mentioned, the best thing to do is book a session with me today. Go to my Calendly link, book a session, and let's talk, and I'll get you started, okay? You can explore all the free training, and you can do that from the setup guide. There are live links in that. It's a flip book. You just click on the link and you'll be able to access the training. There will be events in the future. I'm working on the next cycle, which hopefully will be running by the end of November. And I will let you know about, you can learn about the next events. You can get one-to-one wealth coaching with me. I'm a mindful educator. I will use meditation, visualization to get you onto the right track. And there will be webinars too, especially to address the digital divide. I've spent a long time in my public life teaching people how to create a website, how to use a website and fill it out with content. And so I teach these skills to people who want to learn. So I finish with a wonderful quotation by Alan Watts, a Buddhist hero of mine. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, to move with it, and to join the dance. So Buddhists see life as a kind of dance. By the way, I'm a very committed Buddhist and have been since I was a teenager. Buddhism has all the answers for me, and I will be sharing some of that if you come and walk with me. So yes, change. Many people resist it or are traumatized by it, but in fact, change is something we can dive into. We can go with it. It's like the stream flowing around the obstacles. The stream or the river flows to the great ocean. That's the nature of water. So it's a really good metaphor. And the metaphor of dance too. Life is a dance. And I created this image because I think it looks like a fanatical, frantic kind of dance. So please remember that quotation. And yeah, I hope I've been able to show you all of these events and their purpose. They are all leading towards freedom from the 9-to-5 grind. And the next thing to do is to sign up to do the video training and see how easy it is to get out there and make a wonderful living from the internet. And everybody can do this. No skills needed, no prior experience. We will teach you everything you need to know to achieve this. So let me stop sharing that and come back to you. It's been a great privilege to run these events, and although I haven't had very many live visitors. I have had quite a few, not as many as I would like, and I hope the next series will attract more live people to the Zoom meeting. And yes, it's been a great privilege. It's been a wonderful opportunity for me to put all my talents and ideas together to create training for you and to show you that your ideal life is entirely possible. So thank you so much if you've watched replays. Thank you so much if you've attended um, and watched the live sessions on LinkedIn or even on YouTube. Thank you so much. And I hope you'll stay with me and say hello on LinkedIn. I'm on there every day, writing posts about all of these ideas and themes and training. I'm in many groups. I have my own group too, the Escape the 9 to 5 group. Please come and join me, where I post inspiring things to help you to escape from your 9 to 5 grind, to cut the chains and start a new life. It takes courage. I've done it. I'm here. I'm surviving and I'm loving it because I can focus on what I want to focus on. Having spent my life empowering other people, I'm now empowering myself, which is fabulous. So I'm having such a great time doing this. So thank you so much. I hope to see you next series. Keep in touch with me, sign up to email and take a look at these 5 free videos, and let's see where it takes you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.